Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Stand-up comedian, pop culture vulture, Big Brother superfan, dopamine queen, Joleen Lunzer here for the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. Let's start the show the only way we know how. Welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. Welcome to the BB Breakdown with Joleen. That's me. Happy Wednesday night or Thursday, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for joining me tonight as we talk all things Big Brother 28. I'm going to get you caught up tonight with reactions to the episode, the veto episode that aired this evening. It just aired here in the West Coast. And then I'm also going to get you caught up on the crazy live feeds today because it's Waffle Wednesday. So they are scrambling, gambling, things are happening. People are opening their mouths, crying. There's paranoia. I got a bunch of notes from watching the feeds all day, so we got to get into that. So grab a beverage, you guys, before we get started. Hopefully you're wearing something very comfy. Please smash that like on your way in. That helps us in the algorithm. It lets the people know that we're live. Hit that subscribe. We are growing every day. So thank you to those of you who have subscribed. If you want to support the channel further than liking or subscribing, there are options. You can send a JOJO chat, which that is pinned in the live chat. Here is my Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. You can leave any comment you would like, any tip amount you'd like if you're enjoying the content. And I will check my JOJO chats here because I have one that I have to read that you guys sent. You can also join my membership. Okay, I just dropped a link for the membership where we have some bonus content. We got emojis, we got fun stuff over there. We will also have members only lives, so you don't want to miss out on the members only. You can gift memberships, or you can join my Patreon, or you can send a super chat via YouTube. Again, you don't have to do any of that stuff, but if you want to, the option is there. So first things first, we did get a JOJO chat that I need to recognize, so we're starting off strong. You guys, thank you very much. Shout out to Mary. Mary, thank you for the JOJO chat via Venmo. Says, bring on the drama. There is some drama in the Big Brother house. I've seen some people say, a couple people were like, oh, it's kind of boring. I don't think this is week one of Big Brother, and we have a lot of things happening in the house, and we have a lot of, like I said, loose lips, crying, paranoia, things that are going on. So I don't think it's boring. We haven't had Angela popping off yet, which, by this time, her first season, she was Matt, but she is keeping it under control. She's very close. And we still have the rest of tonight and tomorrow, but I think Angela might make it through week one without completely popping off on anyone. So shout out to our girl, Angela. Very proud of you, but feel free to pop off. But I know she wants to play her game differently, you guys. She wanted to come back into this season and do it a little differently. So I understand, and I want that for her, but I also want the entertainment value that Angela brings. But I'm telling you, every time the feeds are on Angela, she is entertaining, whether she's talking about her personal life, or she's talking about something in the game, or she's discussing her paranoia, where other people, Chuck and Haley, when the feeds are on them, not as fun, okay? Not as fun at all. So you guys, remember, everything I say today is my opinion. I have my favorites. I have my feelings, but that doesn't mean you have to like the same people as me. You don't have to feel the same way as me. You're welcome to sound off in the live chat with all your hopes, thoughts, dreams, and opinions. And I would love hearing from you. So thank you. Danny T says, I'm liking the Jason villain edit. Okay, so let's first just touch on tonight's episode, which was episode 4 of Big Brother, which is crazy because it feels like episode 3, but then they're including BB Unlocked as an episode. So I'm like, okay, whatever, girl, Sure. Go ahead. Okay. So tonight's episode obviously was the Power of Veto episode. We got to see the aftermath of our first HOHD and her nominations. We got to see Mallory, very emotional. Mallory no yikey. All right. The adult toddler goes like this, as we call her, East Coast Kelly, not happy about the about the nomination. And then also we got to see Melody her alleged friend, disassociate from her completely in real time. How she was just like, oh, I don't really know her and I don't really like her and I don't want to be attached to her. So like if she's going to cry and be put on the block, I'm going to just be done with her. I mean, we're not really friends. I mean, friend to me, coming from you, friend is a 4-letter word. Shout out to Cake. Okay. So I'm not really into her. So Melody completely separated herself, which to a lot of people, Rick Evans, made Melody look, kind of a little bit cold, maybe disloyal. She didn't have to, some would argue maybe she didn't have to be so blatant in her separation of Church and Mallory. Okay. And then obviously we have Yash and then Taylor still on the block. Now we finally get to see, and I say that as a live feeder, this Jason edit of, like Danny T was saying in the chat, of Jason being this villain, Jason being from RuPaul's Drag Race. And we do get some DRs from Jason where it does appear that he's like, oh, I'm not included in the reality TV superstars or whatever this season. Okay, then I'll be a villain. So similar to Matt in BB12, who lied about his wife having the C word, Angela gets, close or thinks she gets close with Jason. I'm still kind of confused by this because Jason then says, I lost my mother. And he starts crying, and Angela's like, I was put here for you. Okay. Because remember, Angela is a mother to a fault. So she can't help it,
I am a mother to a fault.
So at one point, it gets really uncomfortable. And I wish I had a screenshot of this from the episode, but I'll just pull up a picture of Angela instead. Angela is straddling Jason. Now, I don't know about you, but if you have lost your mother, God, I love Angela. Okay, so if you've lost your mother and you're sharing that with someone and you're hugging, and for some reason you're both laying in a bed together, and you're not in a relationship, even if you are in a relationship, is the proper thing to do to straddle the person who is dealing with the loss of their mother? Because when I looked up at the television, because I was listening to feeds while watching the episode, and I'm like, is she straddling him? Is that part of the stages of grief? Get straddled? I don't know. But Angela was in her jean shorts. They're laying in bed together, and Jason is putting on the waterworks, like, I lost my mother. Now, my question is, okay, so I have two questions. Does straddling help with loss? Okay. I guess it depends on who's straddling you. And yeah. Also, did he really lose his mom? Is Jason's mom really gone, or did he lie that his mom's dead? Because this was weird. And I feel like maybe I just wasn't paying attention to the episode enough because I was more interested in the feeds. But I couldn't tell if he had lost his mom previously, but he was just turning on the waterworks and manipulating Angela with that, or if he just lied about losing his mom. So if anyone wants to sound off in the chat, let me know. Saying says, get straddled stage of grief. I don't know what stage that is. What's there, like 5 or 50 stages of grief or something? Or is there 50 shades of gray? There's something with a 5. Okay. And now I'm sure for some people getting straddled might help. But if you're gay, getting straddled by a married straight woman who you think is a Karen, does that help? I don't know. You tell me. Carissa Peterson, thank you for being a member for 15 months. Says, margaritas. Yes. Let's play the margaritas. Thank you for being a member for over a year.
Chuck, I miss you so bad. Thank you. Chuck, I miss you so bad.
If you buy her one margarita, she will spread her legs. Give me one margarita, I'ma open my legs. Give me 2 margaritas, I'ma give you some head. Give me 3 margaritas, I'ma put it in my pussy. Give me 4 margaritas, I'ma put it in my pussy. Give me 5 margaritas, I'ma put it in my pussy.
Margaritas. Okay. So Carissa, there's your margaritas. All right. Now, yeah, stage 10. Okay. Red like me says, here are the stages: anger, denial, straddle. Okay. Okay. So she did pass away. How long ago? Okay. I got to Google this real quick because I was like, what is going on here? Okay. So Jason from Real House Grace, mom. All right. I'm looking it up. See what happens here. Okay. So no. RuPaul's Drag Race, publicity. Okay. No. Drag Race star. No. Anywho. Okay. So his mom did pass away. That's like, I guess it's all fair in loving Big Brother and straddling for grief, but that seemed like a lot to turn on the tears. And then he was like, Angela's like, oh my God, I will be your mother. I will straddle you. I think Angela was trying to put Jason back into the birth canal or something and then give him a rebirth so she could be his mother. I don't know. She felt like, this was a vulnerable moment between the two of them and they were connecting, only for Jason to be like, it's a little, okay, whatever, fine. Okay. What? She passed away in April 12th. Too soon. I mean, it's not, who am I to say though? It's not my mother. Everyone deals with grief differently. Oh my God. Yes. I was saying it was very similar. Angela's reaction to this was like, I love you, Cedric. I could never be racist. I love you so much. Mistake 8 says, you don't like or talk about people dying for me, or you don't use people die, or you don't like about people, or lie. Are you saying lie or okay? Apologies for misreading that. Tony says this whole cast is not it. He's been on every show. Angela's annoying. Tony's going to tell us how he really feels. Devin is not terrible. I was like, which one's Devin? And everyone else is, Rick Devins is clueless. Okay. So Tony, not a fan. Tony's not feeling this season at all. Oh my gosh. Yes. B Bean says Angela's husband gave her a straddling, shout to Chuck. Chuck gave her a straddling hall pass. He's like, do what you got to do. Say what you need to say. Straddle who you need to straddle. So poor Angela was, consoling Jason, and Jason really has that soap opera kind of tears, kind of emotion. It's a lot, so Angela's like, oh, and then later in the episode, Angela finds out that Jason is using this as a tactic within the game. And she's like, oh my God, this is horrible. She did. And then Angela, oh my God. And then Angela was in the DR and she was like, ah. And I'm like, Angela, get up, get up, baby. Get up, baby. She was really losing it. This episode was a mess. This episode was a mess. It was a mess. Yes, Angie said Jason is doing too much. And then it sent Angela into the DR, and then Angela's head in her hands, just weeping, you guys. You got to add the weep. She was weeping. Oh, it was too damn much. Okay. Oh my God. So I was like, oh God. All right. That's enough. Then we have the Power Veto competition. And right away, I'm like, oh my God, the rocket scientist is going to get it. It was kind of close with Yash. And then everyone else was like, where am I? And they had to connect I didn't pay much attention. I'll be honest with you guys. The episodes, Thursday episodes, awesome. Wednesday, Sunday, I'm watching feeds and listening to the episodes because we got to get to the feeds. All right. They had some pipes or something they were putting together. Either way, Mallory wins the Power Veto. And she's like, yes, 2T toddler, let's go. And she's just so happy. Good for her. Anything else happened? Oh, we had a really stupid edit about Ashley. Justice for Ashley, but I don't care if this woman has never had a burger. Huh? Okay? A bitch, you want a burger? Eat a burger. You want some french fries? Eat some french fries. I don't care. Why are we wasting valuable time to go, let's watch Ashley eat a burger? And she's like, First of all, I don't believe you. You're a liar, ma'am. You are a liar. You are sentenced to liar jail. Okay. You've had a burger before. I think on the feed, she was saying, I've had, or was it on an episode? I've had lettuce, tomato, ketchup, mustard, a bun, but not the burger. Bitch, what are you talking about? What is anyone talking about? What is going on here, Big Brother? Stop it. No one cares if she hasn't had a burger. Angela is crying. People are using their deceased parents as strategy. We have bigger fish to fry. And then something else happened in the episode. Boo-hoo. Who cares? Let's see. Oh, wait. Before we say who cares, we did see D in the HOA. You guys saw the episode. You know what happened. It was a lot. Let's get into live feeds, okay? We got to get into these live feed spoilers. I don't have time for Big Brother and their patty cake edits of these episodes. All right? She's never had a burger. This is okay. Thank you. Leave. Ashley, you got to go. At this point, Ashley, she has to go because we're going to get these dumb edits. You seem like a nice gal. You're very tall. I'm sure you'll be fine. You know, you got a polka dot dress. That's enough. We've seen enough. Thank you so much. Thank you, expert. You feel bad for my sleep. I'm barely sleeping with these live feeds. This is like, once I'm Big Brother, I'm hyper focused. My ADHD goes all in. And then I feel like, I can't go live until I know every possible thing happening on the live feeds. And then my husband tells me, there's no way to know every possible things. Things are changing at all times. Just do the live and get some sleep. And I'm like, no, I must know every single detail. Okay. Her burger was plain looking too. Danny says, oh my gosh. Yes. Yeah. Right. Who cares? I don't care if you've never had a burger. If you've never had a burger, get out of my life. Okay. Get away from me. Unless you're a vegetarian, and then God bless. But if you're just like, I just never had one. Steven, so good to see you. Yes, people are dying, Kim, like Sashi says. All right, let's get into these live feeds. Okay, we got to get to the live feeds. But okay, today, July 15th, unless you're somewhere else in the country where it's tomorrow, hello, future people. All right. Hello, my future girlfriend. Live feed updates. You guys look at the notes I have today. This is how cuckoo I am. What's wrong with me? Why do I do this? Why? Every season. You know, I can stop at any time, but I can't. So let's go. Let's party. Let's rock and roll. All right. So Melody, we start off strong today. Melody crying. If you're like, who's Melody? She's the blonde lady. She's also a stand-up comedian who now lives in Los Angeles and hosts corporate game shows. And she started comedy in Phoenix, Arizona, which just happens to be also where little old Joleen started comedy back in 2009. So are we the same person? Maybe, possibly. I'm not sure. All right. Melody is not getting good sleep because I believe she's blaming it, the game. She's also blaming it on the fact that Haley and someone else snore. And so she's like, I can't sleep. So she's kind of going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. She's having her Angela moment. Angela from BB28, when she was on BB28, her moment. So she's crying. She wakes up crying. She's in her flannel crying. She's drinking coffee crying. She's like, ah. So finally, a big brother's like, Melody, please come to the diary room. And she's like, okay. And this is going to be a day for Melody, you guys. She is having a day. And it's not going well. Today was not a good day for poor little Melody, okay? So she's overtired. And then we have Barrett and Drew, lots of working out today. Some of these people work out all day. They're monsters. They are horrible people. Huh? Why are we? Even Angela was like, are you working out again? And little East Coast Kelly in the 2T toddler shorts was like, yeah, I work out all day. Apparently Kelly has 8 abs or not. Yeah. East Coast Kelly, AKA Mallory, has 8 abs, not a 6-pack. She's an 8-pack. Whatever the math is on that. All right. That's too many packs. You just need 2 packs. Okay. 0 packs is what I have. And I do just fine somewhat, but sometimes it's hard to lift myself from bed. So maybe I should work on, my abs. Anywho. So Barrett and Drew are in the gym and they're talking, lots of game talking, lots of working out. Rome pulled Drew aside and said, Ashley's going home no matter what. So there's also issues with Rome where people are like, Rome's running shit. Angela's very paranoid about the Rome thing. Like Rome is forming alliances. Rome has his own planet. Rome's invited everyone to his secret alliance planet except for me. Rome thinks he's doing something. We got to go after Rome. Meanwhile, Rome is doing a lot, but he's also just kind of Love Islanding with Lyric. Also, Lyric has to go home. Okay. We are now almost through week 1. So this is when we really have to start being real. Lyric, you have to go. You've been evicted. Can America vote Lyric off? How are you an attorney? Also, the youngest attorney in Hawaii history. And she's like, I just wish that we could leave here. I could get to know you. I've heard Lyric on the feeds today say multiple times, I just think this is like, everyone's like gaming. It's like a lot. She just wants to sit around, make out with Rome, sit on his lap, wear pigtails, and then Rome keeps calling her little girl. It's creepy. I don't care what anyone says. Okay. It's creepy. And she has to leave because every time someone asks her anything, she's like, I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. I just feel like everyone's just like gaming and it's too early. Bitch, tomorrow is the first eviction. What do you mean it's too early? And I say bitch with love and with light. Okay. And light and love. And you gotta go. You gotta go. Fix yourself, girl. You got a camel toe and you gotta go. You have to leave. Okay. Get out right now. I've seen you make out too many times. And apparently Melody was just making all the friends today. Melody said to Lyric, she got up to like, I think Lyric got up to pee last night. And apparently Melody goes, aren't you worried about your parents seeing you canoodling with Rome? Like, aren't you worried what they're going to think of you like dry humping Rome on TV? Lyric was like, oh my God. Oh my God. What? Oh my God. That was so rude. Lyric told Mallory that. And Mallory's like, she did not. Melody was like, that's like embarrassing that you're like dry humping and your dad could watch. So, and Melody's not wrong. Okay. Let's give Melody the benefit of the doubt. Yes, Lyric is a grown adult, but also your parents could be, it's a little creepy. Anywho, and it's not Love Island. But these two are just, you want to kiss again? And I'm like, no, take the camera off of them. Skippy, Button Boy, switch, pivot. Let's go. Keep it moving. All right. Ashley and Melody both worked. This is get your pen and paper out, you guys. Ashley and Melody both worked at Hooters.
Huh?
Yep. They're Hooters girls. And also, Melody not only worked at Hooters, she worked at a place called Twin Peaks. I'm sorry? I've never heard of this. I've heard of the Tilted Kilt. I think that they had one in Phoenix where you have to wear like schoolgirl uniforms or something. You mean to tell me there's a Hooters place called Twin Peaks? And we're still going to Hooters? Twin Peaks is a far superior name for a titty place, right? Let's just be honest. Also, a very good show from back in the day. So so Austin has Twin Peaks. Is Twin Peaks feels like I've never even heard of it, but I feel like it's a step up from Hooters. It sounds more professional. It sounds classier. Am I right or am I wrong? Okay, and a lot of you I don't think I have a Twin Peaks. I've lived in Arizona. I never saw a Twin Peaks. I lived in Wisconsin. I didn't see a Twin Peaks. I lived in Minnesota. I didn't see a Twin Peaks. And now I live in California. No Twin Peaks. Unless I'm just closing my eyes. Okay? I have no idea. Hey, Hella, good to see you. It's rustic. So it's rustic titties. What is going on with Twin Peaks? Oh my gosh. Dolly says, OMG, I saw a place called that literally 2 hours ago in Reno. That makes sense. That all the places to show your tots would be in Reno. Okay. Hooters is perfect for a day night. I actually ran with a group of friends for a period of time, a comedy show in the upstairs of a Hooters on Hollywood Boulevard. And let me just say, it was disgusting. And it had nothing to do with anyone who worked there. There were roaches the size of cats that were there. It was a disgusting place where a lot of Australians would come, and they were great comedy audiences. All right. But I would never eat at a Hooters after that. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. Tony said there's a Twin Peaks in Vegas. Okay. So it must be rustic tits, which I love. I love that for that. It's like a farmhouse look on the rustic tits. Valhalla awaits. Good to see you, says the original owners of Shooters split and opened Twin Peaks. I don't even know what Shooters is. Unless you're screwing with me. I have no idea. Oh my God. Cracked. Yes. Please tell me we're going to talk about Lala's tattoo. I thought it was Yes, Lala has a tattoo by her baby door that I don't know what it is. Okay. Is it a tribal tattoo? You know, back in my day when I was young, everyone was getting tribal tattoos, but it's all around where her pubics would be. Okay. So yeah, I didn't really understand. I've seen it because she's in her bikini a lot because she looks great, but I don't know why she decided the tattoo person should just take a coloring crayon and do this around her bikini area, but she did, and I guess then, you don't have to whack, you don't have to do anything because it all, you know what I'm saying? Okay. You just let it grow. But yes, it does look like she's got like a forest coming out of her swimmer suit. It's an interesting tattoo, but you know what? Tattoos are very personal. Maybe it is paying tribute to someone. I don't know. Maybe it's paying tribute to, someone's deceased parents. I don't know. I don't understand it. Maybe it's hiding something. Who knows? Either way, I'm probably going to get one. Okay. And I'm not going to tell Hype Man Husband Ren, and he's just going to have to see for himself. And he'll be like, what the heck? And I'll be like, you're welcome. You're welcome. Could be a warning. That's true. Mm-hmm. Sally Doll says, so weird. You notice something you never noticed. Then it comes up again in the same day. That is weird. Ooh, Nandy says, I've had a C-section. I thought about doing that, but I didn't. Let's all do it. Let's all go out and get matching baby door tattoos. And for the men, you can get your baby stick tattoos. Okay. And just all around the pubis. And then we'll all wear little bikinis and people will wonder. They will wonder. Okay. Quit being silly, Jolene, but this show is silly. All right, I got to get these two off my screen. So I just thought that was a very fun fact. Let's get this love connection on our screen. Rick Devens and Barrett. This is very Austin. All right, very Austin, Texas things going on. Okay, so I learned something new. Twin Peaks is a thing, and they both worked at the Hoots. The Hoots. Okay. All right. Lala, speaking of Lala and her baby door pubic tats talks to Rome about Angela. And Lala says she thinks this season is a redemption season for Angela. Okay. And so they might keep her along for a little bit. And Rome's unsure. Lala thinks they should keep Angela around for a while because she'll be a vote on their side. And Rome says, she hasn't talked to me for a while. Lala has said she thinks her and Angela could be friends, outside of the house, but she really doesn't want her in the house. But now she's saying maybe she could stay a little while. Lala tells Rome that Mallory is with them. And Rome says he wants to see where the cards will fall. And Lala says this week will tell them a lot. Rome and Lala talk about someone claiming to know everything about fitness because they were working on the fitness. So I don't know if they were talking about Melody, but then they made some kind of comment about, that person's butt maybe not being up to the standard it should be. And then here comes Lyric. She's like, hi, is Rome here? And then Rome says to Lyric, you got some toned shoulders, girl. Oh. It's like, look at your toned shoulders. And I'm like, can we stop? Can somebody call Lyric's mom to come pick her up from the sleepover? Because she is letting the boys in and she doesn't want to play the Big Brother game. And I am tired. Okay. The only thing I learned from Lyric today is she's like, I don't know. And then she pooped. I think finally she had to poop and she gave us the play-by-play as it was coming out. Okay. All right. Oh, Steven. Okay. Steven says, please send me the screenshot of Devin's. I know you want that, Steven. I know you want that. Okay. Yes. All right. Boop-a-doo. Lyric and Rome talk in the backyard. Rome thinks Lyric is paranoid. He's like, you're paranoid, little girl. Lyric says, no, I know I'm not. Or maybe I am. Then Rome asks her, what are you hiding from me? So Rome was early in the day. I was like, are we going to have a what's his nuts situation from last year Riley, because he was like, "What you hiding from me, girl?" And I'm like, "Oh goodness, I might be adding a little bit of drama to it, but it was a little weird." Rome asked Lyric if there's a reason why she's so paranoid, and Lyric's like, "No, I'm not paranoid. I'm just a girl. I just know that we're on the outside of the vote." Rome says to Lyric, "You got some tone shoulder." Already said that. Tone shoulders, girl. Maybe he said it again. All right. Then we have this talk between Mallory and Melody. Let me see if I can pull up the screenshots of the two of them talking. Now, remember, Melody, we just watched her in this episode. Melody was ready to, here's Melody crying as well. Poor Melody. Oh, our dear stand-up comedian Melody. We'll just pull this up. She was crying by the trash can, which very Lisa from BB28 coded when she hid behind the trash can. But now the trash can is right in the island. So there's lots of places to hide around it. But Mallory, who Melody tried to distance herself from, and then oopsie, Mallory wins the POV. They had a talk. Melody is still trying to convince Mallory at this point earlier in the day to trust Yash. Okay. She keeps saying, "I low-key trust him. I low-key. Not high key. I low key trust him." And Mallory's like, "I don't know about that. Apparently, someone told Dee that Mallory hates her." So now Mallory's going around the house. She's like, "What? Someone is starting stuff. Someone told Dee that I hate her, and they don't hate her." And so Mallory asks Melody, "Who do you think would have told Dee that I hate her? Because I've never thought that, and I've never said that. I have an 8-pack, okay? I can dress in the toddler section. I would never say that." Melody didn't care about that. Melody said, "Listen, I need Haley out of here ASAP, PIMP." Okay. Or Haley, there's no love for Haley in the house still. Okay. So Melody's like, "I need that bitch out of here. I need Haley out of the house," as well as Chuck. Chuck can go too. You can go, little girl. Basically, that whole side, she wants them out of the house. So now we're seeing this split. We're seeing a split within the house, their side versus their side. Melody thinks Chuck's fake, thinks Haley starts shit. She's fake. Both Mallory and Melody are agreeing that they want to keep Taylor this week. Okay. And we hear that from Mallory quite a bit, that she wants to keep Taylor. And then between Yash and Ashley, if they have to choose between the two of them, because remember, we still have the BB Butt Blaster right before the live vote and eviction, where one of the 3 nominees can take themselves off the block, and then the other 2 face the live vote and eviction. They think they'd rather keep Ashley for now. So it was looking good, you guys, for Ashley earlier in the day. And then it all went downhill. All right. Angela talked to Haley. So let's pull up. Here's little Haley. Haley, the pick-me. Haley's like, "I wear flannels and boys cologne." She had 3 different guys spray their cologne on her today. So clearly she's not like a regular girl. She's a cool girl. You don't understand. She's not like us bitches. She's different. She understands men. She understands their baby sticks. Us girls, lame. Haley, super cool. All right. Super chill. She had whose cologne? She had Chuck's cologne on her. She had Kamu sprayed his cologne, and then also Yash. And then she's like, "I'm one of the boys." And then she like scratches her balls, and we're like, "Haley, you don't have balls," but she doesn't care. She just still tries to scratch her balls. So Haley with the pick me energy. Oh my God. Bruh. Haley is just like, "Okay, we get it." Every chance she gets, she's telling us, "And just get along better with boys." Okay, cool. Okay. The girls don't seem to be missing anything, but I digress, Haley. Okay. We'll leave you alone for a second. So Angela talks to Haley in the food storage, and this is around noon. Angela compares Rome to Chelsea from her season. So Angela is building a case. The paranoia is growing. She's like, Rome must fall. We must take Rome down because he's like Chelsea. And Chelsea built an army, and Chelsea won the game, and Chelsea was slick. Haley thinks Taylor has the whole have-not room on her side. Angela explains to Haley how she's watching Rome build something day after day, brick after brick, hour after hour. And then people like Lala come out of the gym after being with Rome, after he's having these meetings and they look happy. And Angela's like, not on my watch.
That's my opinion.
Angela's like, Lala looked too happy. Angela explains to Haley that she was cautious of her in the beginning of Haley. She's like, listen, because nobody liked Haley. I don't know if anyone likes Haley still besides Chuck and Kamu, but they're faking it till they make it. All right. So she's like, listen, I was cautious of you in the beginning, just so you know, basically, i.e. I hated you. And Haley said, I understand because I get along with men better because I'm like a man, only I'm not, but I am. Okay. So Haley's like, NBD, no big deal. I don't care for women's approval. All right. And Haley said she talked to D and said Angela is great as long as she doesn't have the paranoia. So Haley starts talking to Angela about her paranoia. Like, I've had conversations with like D about your paranoia. And Haley basically says, when you have paranoia, it can rub off on me and then I'll get paranoia. So Haley thinks she can help Angela regulate her paranoia. And then Angela can help Haley if Haley gets paranoia. So Haley says, this is where Haley goes, yeah, I've just always been a guy's girl and women have always been uncomfortable with me being around their men. Why is that? Why is that, Haley? Why is that? What'd you do? What'd you do? I have questions. All right. She's like, yeah. And she says she's not sure. Haley's not sure if women don't like her around their men because what she looks like, because she's so gorgeous, or because she can relate to the guy better than their girlfriend because she just understands men. She just understands their scrotum. She's like, oh my God, I think I'm a scrotum psychic. Okay. I know what they want. Okay. I think in sperm too. Okay. It's late night. We're having fun here, you guys. So she's like, these are things that she said minus the scrotum and the sperm, but she was saying that like, it could be what I look like. And it could be that I just understand guys better. But yeah, girls get really freaked out. Okay. She left out that she's topless. Well, no, Joleen, stop it.
Let's get back to Brad Pitt.
Okay. And she thinks that's what happened with Rome early on, because Rome was interested in Lyric, but she was interested in Rome. And so now she's like, I guess I can never talk to Rome because he's with Lyric. And girls get so weird around me. Schmitty, thank you so much for the 5. Says, don't worry, Angela. Rome wasn't built in a day. It was. I see what you did. I see what you did there. Dogs, not dudes. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, you little sweetie. Wipe the dang CD. Okay. All right. So, so she also talks about Angela's crazy eyes situation from her season. I'm like, listen, I hate when like wet blankets want to talk about Angela calling Matt crazy eyes. It was the best thing ever. It wasn't offensive. He has objectively crazy eyes. He was like this all the time. Everyone knew it. He's annoying. Outside of the house, he's annoying. Inside of the house, Angela saved us from a season of Matt. But people always want to bring it up like Angela did something wrong. The only thing you could argue is that it put a target on her. But I would argue maybe her freaking out like that kept her in the game longer than she probably would have been being an older player in the house who they tend to kick off early. Okay? And it added for just wonderful entertainment. But Haley, the wet blanket, is like, yeah, remember on your season, the crazy eyes situation? And when I watched it, I thought, Angela, you just needed someone to rein you in. No. Very boring, Haley. Don't like. Knock it off. Leave Angela alone. Let her let her cook, as the kids say. Let her cook. All right. So she's like, you just need someone to rein you in. And here I am. And she was like, it was a bad look. I'm like, Haley, no, it wasn't a bad look. It was a great look, in my opinion. Then she even, Haley said, I even told my parents. Why are you telling your parents? You said you're allegedly 29. So you watched this when you were 27 and you told your parents. She said, I even told my parents if Angela's in the house, I could help Angela with her paranoia. Oh, girl, stop. Just early it is too early for this, Haley, at this time. We don't need your help. She got brought back for another season for a reason. Please stop. Okay. So she's like, yeah, I can help her. So Haley then says, I'll help you if you're paranoid. And then you can help me. Like, let's say, I'm not feeling pretty or something. I'm paraphrasing, but this is what she was saying. And so instead of saying you look pretty, you could say, oh, your lip gloss looks great, or your teeth look great or something. What? So clearly, Haley just confirming what we already knew, since she has told us multiple times. She's a pick-me girl. She's insecure because the common theme of pick-me is a very big insecurity, and therefore they want to be, because they want to be picked by the men, and they separate themselves from the other women as if they're somehow the exception or special or not like other girls or other women, as if there's something wrong with being like a woman. I digress. Angela is like, Haley, thank you for understanding me. They hug. Now, I'm not sure at this point if Angela's taking this seriously or not. I just feel like Angela is just going through the motions. She's trying her best, So then Angela talks to Dee in the food storage room next and tells her she's going to be 100% better. All right. And not as paranoid as she was the day before. So Angela's already apologizing. Or Aunt Angela's like, listen, I'm so sorry for yesterday. I'm going to do better. I will be less paranoid, except for I won't, but I will. And she just wants Dee to know that. And Dee's like, oh, okay. Barrett joins them in the food storage room, and they agree that it's been a rough week. And Dee said it was tough being, HOH. However, they think they would have always found their way together as a little alliance. They have a moment. Angela's like, I really like that, because Angela feels a little more secure having Dee there and Rick Devens and a few other people than she did in her season. So she does at this point feel as though she has people she can trust. But her brain's always like scrambling, gambling, going, what you looking at? So, but Angela's like, I like that. And they hug and they leave the food storage. Okay. Angela then has a pep talk with herself. She had a few pep talks today with herself, and it was very endearing, because Angela, she sometimes she laughs, sometimes she cries, sometimes she's scared of crazy eyes, but all she really wants is to play Big Brother, win the game, make some good TV. Okay. So she has cam talks and she's like, I don't want to be a liability. That was her main thing. She's like, I don't want to be a liability. She's saying, Angela, you can do this. She briefly lays her head upon the counter in the food storage room. She's like, I started heading down the wrong way. She's talking to herself. She's like, Angela, I saw myself going down the way. It was like an alcoholic ready to grab the drink again. And then I turned myself around. I got in the car and I headed to a meeting. Okay. She doesn't want to play like she played during her last game. It's a new Angela. It's a brand new day. She came in with fresh highlights. Like, this is very different, you guys. So she's like, I don't want to play like that. She wants to listen more. She's like, I want to be pleasant. And I get this. Okay. I understand what she's saying. I oftentimes have to tell myself, as a neurodivergent Aquarius woman, I want to be pleasant. Okay. I want to genuinely feel pleasant, but then my face and my attitude say otherwise. Okay. She's like, I want to be pleasant. I want to be pleasant. She keeps repeating that she wants to be pleasant.
It's inappropriate.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Okay. Angela is trying. She's putting in the work. It's hard. I would have told off all of these people by now. So Angela is a damn hero for not doing it. Like, I want to be pleasant. I want to be pleasant in Pleasantville. Okay. So she just keeps repeating that. And then she says, maybe I'll make cookies. Yes, Angela, that's the spirit. But then she can't find the vanilla extract. So she's like, gosh. But she just keeps repeating to herself, I don't want to be a liability. I don't want to be a liability. I want to be a good alliance person. I'm like, oh, sweet baby Angela, and she can't find the vanilla extract. Like I said, she just keeps repeating. She tells herself, it's going to be okay, Angela. It's going to be all right. Today's a good day. It's a brand new day. And things change all the time in this house. She's reminding herself, she's putting things in perspective. She's remembering what her wonderful children told her, and she knows they're watching. And she's like, I know you're watching, kids. Lexi, Christine, my son, my other daughter, apologies, I can't remember their names off the top of my head, but she's like, Mom's got this. All right. So you might be watching this right now. Just know I got this, and then I'm going to be okay. And don't worry, because I'm never totally trusting anybody. And then she walks out of the food storage room. And I'm just like, see, this is the level of entertainment and Big Brother player I expect. Okay, not Love Island. This is good. This is Angela really trying to regulate her emotions, which #relatable. She's putting in the work. She's not just going through the motions. She's not just dry humping Rome. Okay, like Lyric, allegedly. Okay. So Melody, Lyric, Rome, and Drew, they're starting. They have something. I forgot what their alliance is called. There's too many alliances right now. I tried to make an alliance chart. I got to update it already. They were going to call it Double Date, but what is it called? Someone will put it in the chat. All right. But she's great TV. She is great TV. So Melody, Lyric, Rome, and Drew are talking in the yard. 4 seasons. Like, what? And then one of them's like, winter, spring, summer, or fall. All you got to do is... No, thank you. I hope Big Brother denies that and says, #trademarked. You can't have that. All right? I like Double Date better. Addie's Real Tea, thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome, welcome, welcome over to the LEEN team. Okay. So... they have their little alliance, the 4 seasons, and they're talking. Melody tells them at first she felt like she was really rocking with Yash. So Melanie's back on her bullshit. Okay. I love it. I love an entertaining queen, and Melody is bringing us the entertainment. All right. Just like Angela. Melody is like, Angela could have birthed her. She's got the paranoia. She has the only difference is she has this like confidence that is wrong at times that Angela doesn't have, but maybe she got it from her father. All right. So Melody is just like, I felt like I was really rocking with Yash. Remember, she kept trying to push like, no, Yash is good. We're like low key working together, really low key. No, I think that Yash is great and we can work with him. But now she feels like she doesn't anymore. She's like, never mind. I switched my mind. All right. I don't know. Rome tells them that if Ashley's on the block, he's sending Ashley home. Rome goes, I ain't got time for no Ashley. Okay. She's out of here. You out of here. Rome tells Drew, he low-key has Yash wrapped around his finger. I'm like, I don't know if that's true, but okay. Okay, Rome. Cool story. Lyric mentions that she's worried that her and Rome are getting targeted because they're in a showmance, and she was about to say something and then the feed's cut. And I'm like, all right, well, not only are you in a showmance, but you guys are making out every second of every day. And anytime someone tries to talk game with Lyric, she's like, I don't know. I just wish I could get out of here. And I wish that me and Rome could get to know each other. And we could brush each other's eyelashes with our eyelashes just together. Really? Okay. Okay. Thank you, Lyric. Thank you for wasting our time. All right. Allegedly so far. All right. I'm in my feelings about this because I'm like, why is she here? Now, I would love for her to go in the DR and go, this is my strategy. I'm this super badass attorney. I'm pulling like an Ashley from last season, playing dumb and in love, but I know what I'm doing. But I don't think she's going to do it, guys. I think she wants to be on Love Island. Okay. I think she's going to get a UTI, and I think Rome is going to get pregnant. And I'm very worried about these things. So I need her to start taking the cranberry supplements. I need Rome to get on the birth control pill. I need them to be safe. All right. Because we don't need any more BB babies. Not right now. Okay. So Lyric's like, oh my God, I think we might be targeted because we're like in love or something. Oh boy. Rome talks about how he thinks eventually it'll be him versus Camus for top dog. All right. Woo! Give it up. for the broskies. So finally, we got Rome talking about the alphas and the betas and the megas and the submissives and the verse and the tops and the bottoms. Oh my God. Like Rome. The minute I'm like, Rome's not that bad, he goes into this. The men, a lot of the men in this house have this very antiquated thought of like the alpha dogs. Everybody, the men, it's going to be the man versus another man. And it's not even based on them just being men. It's based on they got muscles, I got muscles. Okay. They like creatine, I like creatine. So, and they say this, you'll hear them say this stuff. You'll hear Camus say this kind of stuff. You'll hear freaking Rome say this kind of stuff in front of other male players and also women, in front of the women. Like, he's like, yeah, eventually it's going to come down to, protein shake versus protein shake. All right. Like, it's some kind of weird, cross stream pissing contest or something. So Rom's like, yeah, anyways, Lyric, thanks, little girl, but I have to tell you guys something. Eventually, this whole game, this whole situation, the reason for the season is going to come down to me versus Camus, the MMA fighter, for top dog. Because Chuck, okay, he's got muscles, but he's got a big target on him right now. So basically, Rome is just, like I said, falling back into his alpha verse, top bottom, whatever, into his big, circle jerk man party thing. And he's saying this to Drew, Melody, and Lyric. And I'm sure Drew's like, oh, what about me? I work out, okay, cool. Then Jason, Lyric, and Rome talk. And remember, Jason, Lyric, and Rome are in an alliance. They're in this like thruple alliance thing. I forgot what their alliance is called too, because it's like, what does it matter? We don't even know at this point who's really loyal to who. Who really cares? Let me see if I have this. Okay. I think I don't have enough people in the red corner alliance here, but they are in the love triangle alliance. So they're talking. So right down here, these little cutie patooties, Jason, Lyric, and Rome talk. Lyric, and Rome are kind of doubting Jason. So they have a talk with Jason, and Jason says, oh my God, I would never turn on you. And especially you, Lyric. And then he lifts Lyric in the air and she straddles him and he holds her like a baby. And it's just getting weird.
It's inappropriate.
They ask about the stuff that Jason said that Yash said early on about the girls. And Jason says, yes, Yash said those things. But he thinks that he was, Yash was kind of scrambling and gambling because he was just newly put on the block. But that, don't worry, our alliance and stuff. I'm true to you guys. And I would never turn on you. Then Rome goes inside because he's like, oh, I'm hot. My balls itch. So Rome goes inside. He's like, I'm too alpha to be outside. Woman, you stay here with the gay guy. Okay. So then they stay outside. And, it's so silly. It's so silly. Jason and Lyric do their daily walk where Jason is going to tell Lyric what she should do in the game, and Lyric's just going to think about Rome's, a baby stick. So Jason and Lyric are walking the yard like prison, and they're talking, and Lyric tells Jason, I love you and I trust you, Jason. It's just hard. And Jason says, I know. Jason starts crying because everyone's crying all the time. No, everyone is lubricated. Everyone is crying all the time. So Jason's crying while he's walking with Lyric because he doesn't want Rome to think he's going to cross him. So Lyric's now comforting him. It's okay. It's okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Jason tells Lyric he's literally never lied to her or Rome at all. And that he's only really lied in this house to Haley and Angela because they're bitches. No, I added the bitches, but he's only lied to them, he says. And Lyric says, I know, I vibe with you. Right when you walked in the house, we vibed. We were vibing. So much vibes. Jason they talk again about what Yash said. It's like, who cares? Let's move on. Jason says that Yash had previously said, I think the target is Melody or Lyric. But that was a long time ago because Lyric has a very visceral reaction to him saying that. And so Jason has to, be like, no, but I already told you that. And she's like, what? Me? And he's like, no, that was like last week, baby. That was like 2 years ago. And so he's like, no, I already told you that. And that was from a while ago. Jason is saying that he was gonna fight Yash when he said Lyric's name. And Lyric's like, that's so crazy. Because when Melody asked him if he ever said her name, he said no. Jason tells her, of course he's gonna say no. Okay. Ugh. Then Jason explains his strategy with Angela. He's like, my strategy with Angela is I'm going to make Angela feel like I'm her little itty bitty baby boy. Okay. And that's how he plays her. And then Lyric says, I like Angela. And then Jason just sits there silently. And by sits there, I mean walks. Like, I like Angela. And Jason's like, oh yeah, I mean, yeah, she's here. She's here. That's fun. That's nice for you. That's nice that you like her. Jason talks to Lyric about Haley being the cause of spreading misinformation about Jason. And this is going to be a common theme throughout the day. And I think pitting Angela and Lala against each other, like that, Jason's like, I'm not pitting them against each other. And then he asked Lyric if Melody or Drew said anything about him. And Lyric said, no, I would tell you, but I'm not really listening because I'm just making out with Rome and waiting for Rome, thinking about Rome and trying to poop. And that's about it. That's all I'm doing in the Big Brother house. But thank you. And also I sing. And I'll talk to you about Waikiki. You want to hear about Waikiki? Or my poopies? Or the fact that I love Rome? No? Okay, then I got nothing. Okay, like Katy Perry said, why did you fly 10 hours to do nothing? Okay. So Jason's getting himself in quite a few pickles with his mouth. All right. Rome then talks to Lyric in the food storage room. You can tell Rome is starting to get paranoid. He wants to know what Jason had to say. And he's like, and Lyric's like, I don't want to be involved in any drama. And then Rome says, no, you're a dramatic little girl. And I'm like,
It's inappropriate.
Great. This man in bed, they were like kissing and cuddling and canoodling. And he was like, something, you're my little girl. And then today he referenced her being a little girl multiple times.
It's inappropriate.
Like, this woman is an attorney. She's like a 25-year-old attorney. It's getting creepy, you guys. It's getting creepy. So he's like, no, you're my dramatic little girl. Ooh, calls her little girl a lot, which kind of creepy since she also does the baby voice. So what's going on here? Mm-hmm. And then he said, no, you are drama. You're involved in the drama because you don't want to be involved in he's something weird. And then they kiss a bunch of times. She's like, and there's in the food store, like, buy the food. Oh my God. The food didn't consent to that. Okay. Go to the pooper or something and do this. Lyric tells Rome that she's been enjoying getting to know. She's like, I really like getting to know you. And Rome said, oh, so the game's becoming secondary to you, to getting to know me. And then they both laugh. And Lyric says, I mean, how much can you do in a game? What? That's literally what she said, you guys. When he says, I think the game's coming secondary to you getting to know me. And she's like, yeah, I mean, like, how much can you do in a game?
It's a good time to be medicated.
Okay. I mean, there's just a lot of shit talking, she said. Rome tells Lyric that he's going to keep Taylor if she's next to Yash. Then the feeds cut. When they come back, Rome is telling Lyric that he trusts Drew. They made a deal early on and that, they each kind of go talk to different sides of the house and then they come back together and they share the information. And so far, according to Rome, Drew has been going through with that. So he feels like he can trust him. And they both share information. And then, like I said, they check in occasionally. And he feels like Drew has been solid with that. And Lyric is just standing there giggling and posing. Sometimes she'll do like TikTok dances. So she's really giving a lot to this. I'm like, girl, you're an attorney. You're an attorney. Please tell me we're going to get a DR from her where she's like, this is my evil plan. I am a mastermind. Red Like Me, thank you so much for becoming a member of the channel. I appreciate that. And Preston Prevost, thank you for the 10, says, nothing says insecurity quite like a dude referring to himself as an alpha male to a group of people he just met.
It's inappropriate.
Mhm. Ain't that the truth, Preston? Ain't that the truth? Thank you, Nandy. Yeah, girl, this isn't a dating show. It's a game show, but it's not a dating show. There is a whole Love Island waiting for you. Go talk to Ariana Maddox, okay, and have some fun over there. But here we are. She's here. All right. Okay. Rome talks about being a loyal guy, and at the end of the day, his loyalty serves him. And he loves Yash. And Yash is a great effing guy, he says. But at the end of the day, what does Yash do for him? What does Yash do for Rome? So if anything, Yash, according to Rome, just paints a bigger target on him. So Rome tells Lyric that in this game, it's hard to trust. And she says, yeah, it's hard to trust. He said, no one has what we have, Lyric. The ultimate trust. Oh my God. See, this is why you have to get rid of showmances. I say this every season. Once the genitals touch, whether through the clothing or genital on genital penetration, lip to lip, it's over. You can't penetrate that. I mean, they can. You know what I'm saying? You can't get through to that. It's a connection on another level that's very dangerous in the game. So he's not wrong there. Now they will do things that you wouldn't do for someone you're just merely aligned with. If you're doing this, you're going to have, or even this, there's just going to be more, it's more dangerous. There's two of you there and you will fight harder for each other and you can't, pit them really against each other usually. So it's a mess. You have to get rid of it. If anyone is watching and you go into the Big Brother house, get rid of anyone with abs and get rid of the showmans as fast as you can. All right. Quick. So he's like, we got that because we're in a showmance. And then they hug and they kiss again. They're so happy that they met each other. And Lyric tells Rom, you're my favorite. Then Yash talks to Barrett. And Barrett pretends no one, including him. Barrett pretends he doesn't know what's going on, even though Barrett's involved in everything. So he's like, yeah. So he's kind of playing like the Austin weird dummy. Ashley is in the food storage talking to Melody. Ashley says she wants Melody to come over to her side. All right. And this is the beginning of the end for Ashley. This is where they went from, we should probably keep Ashley to now like, we're probably going to have to get rid of Ashley. So RIP Ashley. Granted, things could change.
No.
We still have all of tonight and tomorrow, and she could, hopefully she wins the BB, the BB butt blaster for her sake, but this was not good for her. So Ashley's in the food storage talking to Melody, like I said. And she's like, Melody, come over to my side. Okay. All the people are over there. We got the red corner people. We got the crossover people. They all said that I have the votes. They're going to work with me and stuff. It's going to be super cool. And Melody's like, what? She's like, yeah, even Drew. And Melody's like, huh? You mean my Drew? Not my Drew. My Drew would never. What are you talking about? So they have this conversation and they both are clearly talking like, oh, you're on that side and I'm on this side. Melody told Ashley, come over to the side I'm currently playing on. And I'm like, oh my God. Lala and Jason talk to each other. They try to hype each other up. Jason's worried. He says Haley is strong as fuck. And he's worried she's going to win the next HOH. And Lala just comes right back and says, she's not winning. She is not winning. Lala just, not on my bikini watch. She's not winning. She didn't really have any reason why she's not winning, but she just said she's not winning. Mallory, Melody, and Drew talk in the gym. Melody says that she's thinking about keeping Taylor. Still, Then they ask if it's Yash versus Ashley. What are they going to do? Mallory says, I like Yash. And then Drew says he thinks there's a majority alliance that they're not a part of. So maybe keeping Ashley because they like her, they could have more numbers. Melody seems to be pushing to keep Ashley. Mallory says, I personally want to keep Taylor, but I could see the house wanting to keep Ashley over Taylor. So it'll come down to a game time decision. Seems like Mallory is willing to vote Taylor out if the house wants it, but she just keeps saying, no, I want Taylor. I'll protect Taylor. And really, she's probably not going to. Let's see. Then they talk about someone in the house is spreading shit. They spread that Mallory doesn't like D. Mallory tells Melody in front of Drew that Drew told her that it was kind of a thing in the house that if Mallory stays on the block, she was going home. Melody says that they're not in the majority. Melody also says she doesn't feel like a real person. She's like, I feel like I'm in a Sims game. I don't feel like I'm a real person. So she was just having this whole conversation with Ashley where Ashley's like, no, everything's fine. They said they're going to save me. It's like really cool. Like, yeah, this whole group of people just came up to me and they were like, hey, Ashley, do you want to stay? And I was like, okay, awesome. Because Ashley does seem like they do think she has good vibes. They do think she's a nice person. But the biggest thing is she's not really gaming. Now, she has been campaigning for herself to stay. But there's just people are like, we didn't really know where she stood. I don't know. And then Ashley spilling to Melody was like the worst thing she could do. And she did it. So then the group talks about wanting to get Haley out. You know, they're like, we need to get Haley out. Drew says that's cool with him. And Mallory says, yeah. But they're talking about who they put up. And if they win HOH, they got to put up one of the big dogs. There's a lot of big dog talk. Melody brings up Rick Devens. Melody is loose lips, sink ships. So Melody in front of people that work with Rick Devens, are aligned with Rick Devens, keeps talking about Rick Devens and saying now they have to be careful about Rick Devens. Melody's like, we have to be careful about Rick Devens. He's old. No, she didn't say that, but she's like, we have to be careful about him. And he's really fucking good. Okay. He played Survivor twice. Did you guys know that? Yeah. And he's known for making false fake idols. Yeah. So he knows what he's doing. And he's really freaking charming. And he's playing the dad role. Now, Mallory's like, yeah, 2T, let's go. East Coast Kelly's like, that's true. He is doing that. And he needs to get out. And they're saying all this in front of Drew. And Drew is going to sell them all out, especially Melody. And she thinks her and Drew are like this. And Drew's like, Melody's kind of mean. All right. So they say all this in front of Drew, and they both say, you know, that they can trust each other. And then Lyric joins them. She's like, hey guys, have you guys seen Rome? Is he anywhere near? Because I have to poop and I can't poop and I'm nervous. A lot of talk about her pooping today. So Lyric comes in. She's like, oh my God, you guys are in the gym? Oh, there's all these secret things going on. I'm not kidding you, you guys. She walked in on them talking game in a social strategy game. And she's like, oh my God, you guys are talking game again? There's just so much secret things going on today. It's Big Brother and it's starting and it's scary. So apparently Lyric thought a Big Brother would start like week 5. She's like, it's only week 1. And Drew says, isn't this what we signed up for? Lyric's like, yeah, but I didn't think it would be happening this early. Girl, tomorrow someone's going home. Okay? Oh my God. Be careful. And it could be you and your birth control. All right? Oh my God. Dogs Not Dudes, thanks for the 2. Says, I can't wait for the Jason versus Angela fight. Oh my God. I have my popcorn already popping. It's going to happen and it's going to be amazing. Right? Red like me? Baby, the game started a week ago. Okay? You guys were in the house before we even got feeds. What are you doing? Oh my Lord. So poor little Lyric is like, it's all just happening so fast while she's already in bed with, what's his nuts Rome, which God bless, do whatever you want to do. But hello, your accelerated Love Island situation, which is like, this whole game thing is just, it's going so quickly. Oh my God. So she comes in and sits down like, I hope we would be making out or eating fiber so we can poop, but not in front of Rome. He doesn't know I poop. Okay. We're in the early stages of a relationship. There will come a time where I fart and cry, but it won't be today. All right. Oh, so Drew's like, yeah, this is what we signed up for. And Lyric's like, yeah, but it's so early. I just want to play Love Island. So it's annoying. Okay. You got to go. It's so annoying. This is so annoying, Lyric. Okay, I'm now agreeing with Katy Perry, and I didn't want to agree with that space traveler, Katy Perry. All right, I didn't want a day in my life to go, you know what? Katy Perry's right. I hate that I have to say that, but she was right about you on American Idol. Like, why did you come here to play safe, to play Love Island? Melody then spills all she knows about the votes to Drew while they play pool. And I'm just like, Melody. If I could save Melody, if I could fly a banner over, I'd be like, Melody, shut up. Drew is not your friend. He is selling you out, girl. But Melody thinks that they have this connection because they sit upside down in the bathroom and talk game. All right. Then Melody, Barrett, and Drew game talk and become loosely an alliance called the In-Betweeners. I don't know if they were being serious. Who knows at this point? Mel says she's close with Ashley, but not sure if she can trust her. So now she wants her gone. So now we're switching. This is the beginning of like, Ashley might have to go. Not sure if she can trust her. Says, bro, if she stays, she's locked the fuck in with the other side. And she was like begging me to come with her when I talked to her earlier today. So this is when Melody starts to spill everything that Ashley told her about the other side, saying they were going to protect her and she had the votes. So Melody is now sharing this with Barrett and with Devin or with Drew. Mel tells Barrett and Drew that she's not going to talk about this to Mallory or Lyric because they're kind of ditzy. So low key, she needs to talk to Rome, which is never a good sign. Okay. Melody's like, I can't talk to Lyric. I have to talk to the guy she's hooking up with. What is going on here? And also, Mallory is not ditzy. I don't think Mallory's ditzy, but okay. This is not going to go. What is going on with the women in this house? Why are they all like, I can't play with these other women while letting the men play them? Wake up. Now, the more I watch Melody, though, you guys, I will tell you that like I said, I can relate to Melody in the fact that she's in her 20s and she started comedy in Phoenix, Arizona. I, too, started comedy in my 20s, which was a long time ago, in Phoenix, Arizona. And the scene there, like most comedy scenes, very, my time when I started in 2009, there wasn't a lot of women comedians. So it's a sausage fest. You're always around men. And I can tell the way Melody's moving that she's kind of used to, being around men and maybe even unconsciously, prioritizing their thoughts and opinions over the other women, kind of doing a Haley where she's like, I think I'll go talk to the boys. I'm like a guy's girl or whatever. So I was like, okay, yeah, okay. I can see that. Even though she lives in LA now, I think that has followed her into this game. All right. So she's like, yeah, they're ditzy. Meanwhile, she's telling two guys who are going to sell her out in a second. But okay. Cool story. Melody, I'm still cheering for you, but let's get well soon. All right. All right. So Drew seems to be talking Mel out of the idea that they should get rid of Ashley because she's fully on their side. He's like, well, why don't we just, we could, pull some people over from that side or something. He's kind of playing around with different ideas. Drew says right now he wants to play it safe and just vote with the majority. Everyone seems to be just going back and forth. It's definitely a waffling Wednesday, and they're not sure what they should do. but it's a split house, especially now that Ashley has shared, that she had the votes and she felt comfortable and she started naming names. And then Melody shared that information with Drew and company. Okay. So, and then Lyric is just on a, hookup, I can't poop vacation while everyone else is playing Big Brother. All right. Then cut to Lyric and Chuck talking about dates.
It's inappropriate.
I cannot go through a whole summer of Lyric going, my ex-boyfriend took me here. And then Chuck going, I once took a girl to the, I don't know, the line dancing place. And I'm like, oh my God, boring, bring a book. I can't. But Chuck seems to be interested in like the Love Island conversation. And he's also interested in talking about babies and stuff. And I'm just like, oh my God. He's like, I'm not a father, even though he kids around and goes, yeah, I got 4 kids. Just kidding, I got sisters. So it's another Keanu sister situation where he's like, I don't have babies, but I know a lot about babies. And I'm like, oh, okay. All right. Keep that to yourself. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you. No, thank you. All right. Angela and Jason have a convo in the food storage room. Every conversation with Angela and Jason now is so fake, and it is just phony and like the worst daytime television soap opera acting you've seen. Jason crying again. We're crying again. We are crying again.
It's inappropriate.
We need to stop crying. It's a lot of crying. And Angela's like, oh my God, are you okay? Are you going to die? No. Okay. You going to use your mother's death again? No. Okay. Oh man. Oh no, you're great. No, you're great. Meanwhile, they hate each other. So Angela consoles him. Then Angela does some talking to the cam when Jason leaves, wipes his tears that aren't real. And Angela, after her talk with Jason, she looks at the cam and she says, that's unbelievable how freaking hard they're all working today. And that Jason thinks he has me wrapped around his finger, but he doesn't. Angela's like, I did a really great job. And she's like, heck yeah. Like Angela's like, I did good there. Yeah, I did good. Yeah, he wants to play me. I'll play him. We'll play each other. All right. We see each other. Then Drew sells out his conversation with Melody to Devins and Kamu. So good job, Melody. Great. Good job. He tells Devins that she said Devins is the biggest threat. So Drew literally just talked to Melody. Melody thinks that's her number one. They're in multiple alliances together, including the two of them. And he immediately went over, told not only Devins, but Kamu. That's got to hurt. Kamu. Nobody even likes Kamu, but still.
No.
Told him.
No.
And told Devins, he was like, listen, I talked to Melody. Melody said, you're the biggest threat in the game. And then told again, Kamu, I have something to tell you too. So she said, you're the biggest threat, blah, blah, blah. You make fake idols and you play the dad role. Kamu, she says she's going to try to bait you tonight. She's going to go talk to you tonight and try to bait you. And that right now, Melody is trying to play Kamu and Rome against each other. Then Haley rejoins the conversation like, hey guys, I'm wearing cologne and I'm so bubbly, even though I've never shown any sign of being bubbly, but I describe myself as extremely bubbly. Maybe I mean drowning. I'm not sure. All right. So she joins. Kamu asks who she wants to ride with. Haley says that she thinks they should still keep Ashley. Drew agrees. And then Haley says she just doesn't think that Ashley is that intelligent.
It's inappropriate.
The women in this house, they're just like, she's dumb. She's dumber. She's ditzy. She's ditzier. I need a man to talk to. It's just like, oh my God. So Haley is like, I just don't think Ashley's that smart. Yeah, I think she's kind of stupid. And then they all laugh. Drew says keep Ashley because she's not a good player. And like Haley said, she's stupid. Okay. Haley says it would have been funny if Lala would have been put up instead of Ashley because they were in the same group. I don't know. Oh, thanks, Haley, for your input. Haley also said she just doesn't think Ashley's intelligent enough. So she's not done ripping on Ashley. Ashley's intelligent enough to know that she fucked up. Drew seems to agree. Rick Devens then talks to Chuck. Chuck tells Devens to talk to Kamu because Kamu, they're going to work on getting Yash out because Yash is bullshitting them. So they're just running around. Chuck thinks Yash is got it wrong the way he's prioritizing or talking to the girls, or says something about the women in the house, because the last 3 seasons Chuck was like, I don't know if you know this, Devens, okay, this is really scary, this is like a scary freaking bedtime story, okay, so hold on to your wiener, get your dad kissing lips ready, okay. But the last 3 seasons of Big Brother have been won by girls.
Cool. A misogynist. We never have those on Big Brother.
So he's like, yeah. Do you know that, Devin? And Devin's like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah. Girls. Girls. Gross. Girls won the last 3 seasons of Big Brother. Chuck thinks Yash is working some kind of secret alliance with Rome, and he says there's no way he's wrong about this. But he could be wrong about this, but he doesn't think he's wrong about this. So, okay. Dee and Angela talk. All right, let's pull back up a picture of our little Angela. Where are you, Ange? Come back to us, baby. Come back to me. Baby, won't you please? Let's see, where's a little Angie? Come here, Angie. Oh, we got Rick Devens, dad bod Rick Devens, since they're talking about Rick. Get it, Rick. Look at Devens. Hey boy, hey. Okay, we'll just pull up him. Dee and Angela talk. And this is about 4 p.m. Pacific. Okay, so we're getting later into the afternoon. Dee tells Angela that one of the guys asked her, what do you think of Haley? How close are you to Haley? And Dee says, I fucking hate her. And then the feeds cut. When the feeds come back, Rick Devens joins Dee and Angela in the loft area. They talk about the Ashley situation. What are you do with the Ashley situation? She's spilling all the tea about how we're going to save her. Are we going to keep her? Are we not going to keep her? All right. Oops. Oh, shit. I just scrolled too far on my notes. All right. We got to get back. Good thing I put timestamp. Smash that like if you haven't already, you guys. Like I said, I was taking all the notes today, and then I got to a point where I was like, I think you may have taken too many notes, Jolene. We don't need to know all of this, but here we are. Okay. All right, there we go. 12, and then we're back at 4. Let's get it. Okay, we already have that one. Paranoid Android, got that. Melody spills. We know Melody sold out Ashley as quick as she could. Okay, so Dee says she effing hates Haley. Feeds cut. When they come back, Rick joins Dee and Angela in the loft area. They talk about the Ashley situation. Dee, Angela, and Devens. Dee maybe asks Angela and Devens if they think that Barrett and Drew can get Melody to flip. And both Angela and Devens say no. She is in tight with the other side, and she looks at Devens as a threat. So there's no way we can flip freaking Melody. So Melody is now becoming a target. And Devens says, I do not think that they can get Melody. So you know what, Ashley, if she needs to get her votes together, and herself. Because we can't flip Melody over here to get Ashley or to keep Ashley. Devens tells Dee and Angela that he cannot wait to put Melody on the block. Because now he knows that Melody from Drew is going around saying that he is a big target and that he's so good and that he is the biggest threat. All right. So he's like, I can't wait to put her. And he goes, and also Lyric. I want to put Lyric on the block because every time Devens tries to talk to Lyric, she's like, I don't know. What do you think? So Devens is like, I can't talk to this chick anymore. Because every time he's like, what do you think? She's like, I don't know. What do you think? I like Rome's hair, and I like his eyelashes, and I like his armpit hair. I like to braid it while he's sleeping. Haley comes over and interrupts them. I'm like, Haley, oh my God, with the wet blanket, her and her flannel and her men's cologne's like, hey guys, what's going on? I'm very bubbly. And we're like, no, Haley, they're the adults are talking, Haley. So Haley is now she got a tum ache because she was a have-not, and then she ate too much now. She nearly split her pants, and she's like, I got tummy ache. And they're like, okay, thank you for sharing, Haley. So they have to pretend Devins and Angela, they were talking about their kids. Haley starts then talking about Melody. And then Rick Devins chimes in at how bad she's playing. And Haley's under the impression that Melody is on an island all of her own. And she's been trying to work with other people, but they don't want to until Melody was like, no one wants to play the game. So Melody's kind of going around being like, no one really must play the game. And Rick Devins and Haley were like, well, look how you treated Mallory when she was on the block. Okay. And you turned on her in like 14 minutes. Because remember, Melody, like, I don't want to work with her. Haley says that Melody likes to chirp. She's like, she chirps too much. She likes to talk too much. Angela then tells them that she saw Rome. So Angela's like, by the way, BTW, I saw Rome talking to people. Okay. So now Angela's back on her. Rome is just, he's horrible. Okay. I saw Rome talking to Melody this morning by the lockers. And I think that he told Melody to go around and spread all of this stuff. So maybe Ashley didn't even say the things. Maybe Melody, maybe Rome got Melody to spread some stuff. And also maybe that Mallory hates Dee or something. She's an agent of chaos. But then they got interrupted, so Angela couldn't finish her story. But she was quick to be like, it's probably Rome's fault. He probably did it. Melody complains that she has, is it Melody that complains it? Or is it Lyric? One of the ladies are complaining that she has shit stones in her stomach because she's been eating so much. Maybe it was one of them since being a have-not. Angela's the last one left in the loft with Haley, poor Angela, and then says she better go downstairs because Jason's going to see her up there. And Haley, with Haley, and she doesn't want him spreading more shit because not only is Rome evil, so is Big Mouth Jason. Mallory told Melody she wasn't sure about Drew. And then she saw Melody. So now Mallory is kind of clocking the way Melody's moving in this game. So Melody is sharing with someone that she had told Melody that she wasn't sure about Drew. And then she saw Melody talking to Drew. And then Drew came up to Mallory soon after that and asked her if there was like an issue between them. So Mallory thinks that Melody said something to Drew. Yes, you got it, Mallory. And she's saying this to Lyric. And Lyric, Lyric says, I didn't say anything to Drew. And Mallory's like, no, Melody. I know you didn't say anything. I'm talking about Melody. She's like, I have to poop. Okay. And she thinks Melody, Lyric told Melody to like be careful. Lyric got up last night. I told you guys about this, had to pee. Melody was up, and that's when Melody said, aren't you like worried that your parents are seeing you canoodling with Rome, the pickleball coach? Because I can hear you canoodling with Rome. And yeah, Mallory, when Lyric tells Mallory this, Mallory's like, oh my God, that was pretty rude of Melody to say. And they don't know if they can trust Melody, but they go back and forth all day. Mallory says she knows everyone's here for themselves, but this is the second time that Melody has specifically done something that made it clear that she's just here for herself and her game and not to work with anyone else. So similar to Angela, Melody has to try to maybe remind herself, I want to be a good alliance member. I don't want to be a liability. And then Mallory told Lyric, it's you and me till the end, babe. And Lyric's like, yeah, but like Rome first. But yeah, Then Dee joins them in the food storage room. So their conversation changes. When Dee leaves, Melody tells Lyric and Mallory about what Ashley said about the votes. So Melody is now like, oh, hey guys, I'm going to join you. D left. I'm here now. Okay. Oh my God. Ashley came in and she was like, I have all the votes and I'm with the other side of the house. So Melody spilling more of what Ashley told her, but now to Mallory and Lyric. Yeah, Mallory and Lyric. And then that the other side of the house wants to split the vote so they can see who's with who. That's what Melody thinks. Melody tells them we need to vote with the majority of the house, which is what Drew had previously said. Melody seems paranoid in this moment. Now Melody says we have to vote with the house girls, but she doesn't really know what that means. So she's going to try to get information from Kamu tonight, which is what Drew already warned Kamu about, that she's going to like bait him and try to get him information from him and stuff. Melody or Lyric tries to get real for a minute and is like, what the fuck is the deal with the Ash thing or with the Yash thing? What did he really say? Did he really say that? And Melody doesn't have time. She's like, we're over that. That was so yesterday. Like, I don't think it matters. We just have to vote with the house. And if Yash is the majority, we got to vote Yash out. Melody explains that to them and that the other side of the house thinks that they have Drew. But Melody's like, they don't have Drew. I have Drew. I've been working closely with Drew for forever. Okay. And the numbers for the house, we got it. Don't worry. And then Lyric's like, okay, I have to take a shit. So then she's like, you guys. So then Lyric starts talking about how she has to go poo-poo and she's scared. You guys come with me. Come in the bathroom with me. And they're like, oh my God. Okay, fine. So after Lyric poops, maybe Lyric and Rome cuddle on a chair in the bedroom. And Rome tried to talk game and Lyric plays with his hair. Literally, that is a true fucking update.
It's inappropriate.
Rome's like, anyways, alpha males and alpha submissive, top bottom verse. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be between me and Kamu because I'm a big deal. And Lyric was like, yeah, I can't, whatever you say. So she just sat on his lap and played with his hair. We have a Sirens Alliance, which I think is now Melody, Mallory, and Lyric. But who knows if that's even real? You know, we got the Four Seasons, which is the Showmance, Lyric and Rome with Drew and Melody, but they're already betraying each other. So popping up. So many alliances popping up. Melody talks to Lyric and says that I really trust Drew. Lyric asks her, are you sure? And she's like, yes, I really trust Drew. I've been pushing him today and I really trust him. And then Lyric says, I gotta poop. So I guess Lyric didn't poop yet. She had to poop, but she couldn't go poop because she had to go sit on. Oh my God, there's so much poop talk. But that's what they're talking about. Okay. She had to go sit on Rome's lap, which maybe she thought was going to be a laxative. I don't know. Maybe his baby okay. Knock it off, you guys. Why would you make me say that? You guys are all just disgusting. Okay. Disgusting. Dogs, not dudes. Thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate that. So Lyric's still like, I gotta poop, but can you guys come to the bathroom with me again? She really wants people to go to the bathroom with her. Lyric then asks both Melody and Mallory to go to the bathroom with her because she has to poop and it's about to come out. So she's just giving us the play-by-play. I mean, if she was this detail-oriented, this interested in the game and her social game on Big Brother as she is with making out with Rome and her bowel movements, she would be a force, okay? She's like, it's off the lane. She was making some kind of metaphor analogy about her poo-poos. Okay. Yash and Mallory talk. Yash says he's nervous since it's the first week and the loudest is, gonna win and he could get voted out. Yash says he feels good about Drew. Kamu and Yash, then Kamu, I think, joins. Kamu and Yash talk about how they're hearing that Ashley's blowing up her own game because Melody has spilled all the tea about that and making up lies. So they're like, there's no way people are, going with Ashley and trying to save Ashley. She's lying. They're saying that for Yash. Yash says, I have to win the BB butt blaster. Kamu tells Yash that every other second he's hearing something different. 1 minute they're keeping Ashley. The next minute they're getting rid of Ashley. Kamu and Yash talk about Drew knowing about the Ashley situation. And Kamu's like, yeah, I got to talk to Drew and find out what's going on. Drew and Dee talk. They discuss Ashley being kind of being stupid. Oh my God. And too trustworthy and sharing about how Dee and Angela and Drew and them said they were going to work to keep her, and told that to Melody, who told that to everybody. They talk about whether they should keep going along with their plan to keep Ashley. Like, should we just call it a day? Should we let her go? They weigh the pros and cons of both. Drew and Dee talk about if they miss their families. And Dee says, sometimes I forget I have a family. She's like, I forget there's a whole world out there. Because there's so much, playing the game, because Dee's really enjoying playing this game. And she's having so much fun. And then Drew says, yeah, it's been my dream since I was 8 years old. And Dee's like, oh my God, that's so cute. And Drew said that his mom watched Angela's season 26. So when she found out that Drew was going to be on the show, she talked to Drew and she was afraid there would be an Angela in the house.
Inappropriate.
So Drew's mom warned him, be careful. There could be an Angela in the house and she could get you. And so Drew thinks it's funny that his mom was afraid of an Angela type person being in the house. And now Angela's in the house. Instead of calling him crazy eyes, she calls him dreamy eyes. And he thinks that his mom probably gets a kick out of that. So, but for how long? For how long, Drew? Until Angela's going to be like, bitch, you're involved in everything. I don't trust you. Okay? Because Angela's already a little sus of the Drewster. But Drew and Dee laugh then, and they talk about how Angela's awesome. Angela, Barrett, and Dee talk in the HOH room. That was later this evening. Angela apologizes because Angela's not done with her apology tour. She's like, I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm going to do better. Our poor Angela. She apologizes for something Drew doesn't, or Dee doesn't even really remember. Okay. She's like, I love you guys. I think she's apologizing for saying that when she was sitting next to Dee and Jason walked by, she said, I'll move because he probably still trusts you. And Dee's like, oh, I don't even remember you saying that or doing that. But Angela's like, I just feel really bad. And I just want you to know that I'm really sorry. And it'll never happen again until tomorrow. Okay. Oh, God love Angela. Chuck and Melody are talking outside. And this was in the evening. Chuck thinks Taylor needs to wake up and play the game because the have-nots over. They've eaten. So Chuck is like, listen, Taylor needs to wake up. We've eaten now, because before Taylor was saying she was an extroverted introvert, and we're not hearing too much from Taylor because everyone else is just being so messy, and so the cameras aren't necessarily on Taylor a whole bunch, and she's kind of laying low. But according to Chuck, she's laying too low. He said, how low can you go? She can go too low. Like I mentioned earlier today, Haley's been sprayed with 3 men's colognes. That was part of her gaming, I guess. Chuck, Yash, and Kamu. Haley pulls Ashley for a talk. So after it gets around the house that Ashley has said that, I got the votes, everything's good. Come over to our side of the house. It's super cool. They're going to save me this week. It's awesome. Ashley says all this. Haley's pissed because Haley's like, she mentioned my name and my flannel and my men's cologne. So Haley is like talking to Chuck. She's like, I'm gonna confront her. So all of a sudden Haley pulls Ashley aside. Ashley's just like, she's like rainbows and butterflies. She's just like, hey, I'm on the block, but it's okay. Yeah. Like Barrett said, she just has good vibes. So, and Haley's like, we need to talk. I'm very bubbly. Ashley's like, oh, that doesn't sound good. What's up, Haley? How are you? And then Haley confronts her about talking shit and telling people that she's safe. You told people you were safe and you named my name. Why'd you do that? I'm pissed. So Haley's like, you said you have all the numbers and that I'm the one who flipped it. I don't need more heat on me. I'm bubbly already. They're already targeting my bubbly personality. Ashley's like, oh my God, what? Did I? Are you sure? Yeah. Melody told the whole house. Just so you know, Ashley, you can't trust Melody. You can't trust Mallory. And you definitely can't trust a constipated lyric. And Ashley's just like, oh my God, now she's trying to explain herself. And Ashley feels uncomfortable because she's like, we're kind of in the middle of the living room. Haley's like, I don't care. So Haley is pissed. She's rolling her eyes. The way she talks to Ashley, I'm like, oh my God, Haley. Haley's like, you told the blonde girl Melody. That's what she really said. You told the blonde girl Melody. And Melody told everyone. It's been going on since this morning. Ashley's like, oh my God, that's crazy. Okay. Haley tells Ashley, you put me in a really shitty position with my bubbly personality that I'm already being targeted for, and women already hate me because I'm beautiful and I understand men better than them. Ugh. Haley also tells Ashley that Chuck and Kamu said the same thing. And that's what Ashley told them as well. And then who comes over briefly on the way to the DR and tells, or who comes over briefly? Was it Angela? Haley also tells her, you're not good with Melody. You're not good with Mallory. You're not good with any of your friends. They hate you. They're spreading rumors. I'm paraphrasing, but that's kind of how Haley was acting. I think Angela did stop by, and Angela's just worried about something else that has nothing to do with that. Angela's like, hey, guys. They're like, hi, Angela. Haley's like, I'm mad. Good. Everyone takes advantage of my bubbly personality. Haley's like, the house is divided now because of you, Ashley. Because you went and you named names. And that's not what you need to do. Haley says, it is what it is. You know, at this point, there's no going back on it. All right. So stop campaigning. Stop talking. Shut the fuck up, Ashley. Basically, she's telling her to be quiet. Ashley tries to kind of argue, going, but I mean, isn't that what you're supposed to do when you're campaigning? You say, I have these votes. And Haley's like, no, it's not what you do. Okay. I should know because I'm a guy's girl. Okay. Men love me. And because I'm bubbly and beautiful. You don't understand that. And Ashley's like, oh, okay. She's like, no, you don't name names. You don't tell everyone that you're safe. Angela's getting more paranoid. So when she stops by, she talks to Ashley and Haley. Angela's making food for everyone. She's like, I'm making BLTs. I couldn't find the vanilla extract, but I'm going to make BLTs. And then Haley's just like, I don't know if I want BLTs. I don't even think I like BLTs, but okay. And Angela goes, well, then I'm just not going to toast everyone's bread. So Angela is just trying to be preoccupied on other things to keep her from, blowing up the house. Barrett, Drew, Mallory, and Melody are talking outside, and Melody is spilling again. And Melody's like, I hate Angela. She's like, I hate Angela. I hate Haley. She needs to get the fuck out of this house because she's stirring up shit. Melody then decides to share that she's really close with Kamu. What? Since when? Oh, boy. She's like, I'm really close with Kamu. He hasn't asked me to be in anything until now. And I'm going to talk to him later, which Drew already told him. So this only makes for a conversation later where Devins, Barrett, and Drew are talking about how we're just going to vote Ashley out. The new thing is now just whatever. Yes, we could still go with our plan to save Ashley if she's left on the block and doesn't win the BB butt blaster, but we're probably just going to vote her out because at this point, she's only going to be loyal to maybe the wrong people, like Melody and them are on the other side of the house, and she kind of effed up her own safety. So maybe we'll just get rid of her. Okay. And then also from Melody talking and saying that, she hates Angela and she hates Haley, Devins, Barrett, and Drew, as they're talking about voting Ashley out, they also talk about how brutal Melody is. Drew said, she's actually really mean. I mean, she called Haley a bitch. So Melody thinks that she has these guys, and she's got freaking Drew, and she's doing the damn thing, and they're really like, she's really mean. She called Haley a bitch and she hates Angela. I'm just like, oh, Melody, our little sarcastic, sardonic comedian. They just maybe don't understand you, and you maybe don't understand who you should be trusting. And that was about 10 p.m. and I had to go live then. So as of now, who knows, you guys? But Ashley was sitting in a decent position of part of the house going, I think we're going to save Ashley. And then Ashley had to share that with Melody. And then Melody had to tell everyone, Ashley said this. And then they're like, oh, fuck Ashley. And then Melody's saying too much. So she's putting a huge target on her back, talking shit about people. Rick Devens can't wait to get her out. Lyric thinks she's on Love Island and an Activia commercial. She's like, Activia, I'd like to poop. And so that's what she's doing. Angela is fighting the paranoia. All right. And let's see. Mallory is working out nonstop. Rome thinks he's running things, and eventually it's going to be alpha dog versus alpha dog, okay? Testes versus testes to see who has the ultimate sack. And it's a shit show. It's a very entertaining shit show at this point. We have, to see what happens tomorrow with the live vote and eviction. And it's still up in the air because with the BB Butt Blaster, aka the Blockbuster, or whatever they call it, I call it the BB Butt Blaster. With that still in play, one of these three on the block still have a chance to take themselves off. And then this is what makes this one of the best twists in modern day Big Brother. Because, we see so many twists that are just horrendous. But this twist with the BB Butt Blaster really makes Thursdays exciting because you can't have, no longer can you have the situation where the house is just like resting on, okay, there's two people out, we're voting that person out, because they have to think of multiple scenarios with this BB Butt Blaster in play where someone can take themselves off the block. So they're like, yeah, we might want Ashley to go, but Ashley could win. So then what do we do? Do we do Taylor or do we do Yash? And Yash is somewhat, campaigning, fighting for himself. Taylor has been doing that, but today I think she was, was a little more absent on the feeds because all of this was going down with Ashley and Melody and Angela and Drew and Rome and Lyric not being able to poop. It is a whole thing. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to jump in the chat before we wrap up here and see what you guys are saying. PCB Amy says, agreed, as long as they don't keep it for too long. Tina says, I had my thoughts of the evicted. Now that's all out the window. No, we have no idea. Things can change. They are changing. This is such a fluid game. These people are crying. These people are walking around shirtless. Okay. Ashley is out here telling the wrong people that she's safe and here's their plan and here's who said they would vote for me and keep me. And then she's stabbed in the back by people like Melody, who she thought she could trust. So unfortunately for Ashley, this could cost her not being able to stay in the game now because she spilled too much. The way Ashley, it was like just a naive thing, I think, going to Melody being like, oh my God, it was like she moved into like a great condo. Like, I got such a good price on this condo. You need to join this condo side. It's crazy. These people are great. These neighbors are like, they want to help you. They're going to help you move too for free. You don't even have to buy them pizza or anything. It's like a really good deal. You should for sure come over here. And Melody's like, let me go tell everyone what you just said and blow it up. I still don't fully understand why Melody shared this information. But here we are. She really thinks that she can trust Drew. Yes, JC says, thanks for the update. Melody is a snake, but an entertaining snake. So I want her to stay for a little bit. Dee should have put Melody up like she said. That probably would have benefited because she is going to be a problem. Matt says, as of now, what blockbuster outcome would cause the most drama? That's what I want to happen. I mean, at this point, I think Ashley probably maybe even staying in the game would be interesting, and her winning the blockbuster. Yash, boring, bring a book. Taylor winning, I guess, could be good or interesting. It would be interesting if it came down to a tie and D had to break the tie, because it would not be good for D's game, but D does not want to have to break a tie because she's promised multiple people that she would vote for them she would keep them. So yeah, team fun feeds. I'm team fun feeds early now too. And I want people having conflict. I want them to keep having conflict. Okay. We do not want Lyric and Rome, bumping constipated uglies and being like, I love you. I love you. No, I love you. I love you. Oh my gosh. Thank you, the YouTuber. He says, I sure do love me some Joleen. I appreciate all of you being here. Tony says, D was in a bootleg love triangle on the challenge with I can't even believe that. I refuse to let myself believe that D hooked up with Johnny Bananas, but I've heard that. And a PTSD ex-Marine that was low-key loving her, and she didn't even know. Who is the ex-Marine? I am so out of watching the challenge. I used to watch it all the time, Okay. Jag says, confession. I was not warm to D in the beginning. I remain open-minded. She's slowly thawing the ice. I like D. I like her tenacity. I like, the loyalty she does have to like Devins and Angela right now. And this whole weird touching knees, holding hands, flirting she has going on with Barrett. I want to see where that goes. But so far, I like it. And Olap is here. Olap is our biggest Lyric hater. So Olap says, boo Lyric, boo tomato, tomato, tomato. So put your tomatoes in the chat for Olap's hatred for Lyric. It's consistent. It's true. It's honest. It's full of heart, because hate can be full of heart as well. Yes, we need drama. We need team fun feeds. We can't have, let's do a dance. I will throw my Apple computer out of the window. Okay. We can't have, remember when BB28 just got to the point where they were like, theater kids for life. They're like, friends forever, friends until the end. And I was like, no. Humble brag, iMac. Yes. Okay. Who do you think gets the first BB vote? I still don't get. They explained it to me again, and my neurodivergent brain ignored it. I just know the casuals are going to ruin it. So I don't know. I have no idea. I have to see how the first one plays. I have to see it happen. I can't even picture it. What is happening? What are we voting for? Are we voting to push someone off a wall? I don't know what's going on. Someone gets an advantage? Is it like BB16? They're going to drop stuff in the yard? Why are we doing this? Why are we mucking up the place? Knock it off, big brother. We don't need this, okay? We cannot be trusted to vote. We cannot. This is America, damn it. We cannot trust ourselves. Creative name says, I want Angela to start singing the Randy Rodriguez song, I'm So Much Better Than You. I'm a 10, you're a 2. I don't think I know that song, but I want to know it. All right. Scratchy says, you're Haley. My impression, still week 1, we're evolving into things, but Haley's just like, I'm bubbly. I'm a bubbly woman. So bubbly. Get out of here. The way Haley spoke to Ashley, I was like, oh, Haley has some rage. I want Ashley to stay just for that. I know I said in the beginning I was mad at her over the cheeseburger edit, but now I want her to stay because I want Ashley to find her ovaries and go back at Haley. Because I'm like, Haley, who do you think you're talking to? Haley's like, how dare you? I'm bubbly. I was like, ugh. She was just talking just Trey rude. All right. Amy says, I do love that song that goes in the Big Brother house that Kimu made up. Sure, it was a good song, but no, thank you. Okay. The other day when they were wearing jean shorts and dancing, did I like that Jason did the splits and that Rome was wearing Lyric's jorts, jean shorts, and he looked ridiculous? Yeah, but not too much. Not too much. Okay. Not too much theater, kids. No. Even when Angela's season was doing like the acting thing, it was fun for like a minute. And then it was like, that's good. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I can only watch so much of that. Olaf said, I want Lyric to eat grass just because. She probably will. She probably will. Okay. I'm so bubbly. I'm the bubbliest girl. Men love me.
Bruh.
Bubbly. I don't know why women don't want me around their man. It's because I'm so bubbly. Who wants to spray their cologne on my tits? I'm bubbly. I'm bubbly. It's just the truth. We all know it's true. We cannot trust the Americans to vote. Okay? Knock it off. We've lost our privileges for a minute. They're just going to muck up the game. I don't understand what Julie Chen is doing. Why would she do that to us? All right. Danny says, is Dee really into Garrett or Barrett? What's his name? I wish his name was Garrett. Into Garrett or using him. Who knows at this point? I think Dee would be open to a little cuddly. And we know Barrett came in like that's his strategy, but he also has a survivor crush on Dee. So Barrett should be so lucky. All right. We'll call him Ferret. Not Ferret. Olaf. I wish you did Big Brother edits. They would be iconic. They would be so iconic. Olaf. Oh my God. Amy says, now I'm thinking about songs they've sung, BB28 and the big blue couch. Just shoot me. I can't. No. I can't go back there. I don't even remember if did I enjoy it at the time? I don't know. Maybe they caught me on a good day. No. And you know me, I break out in song and dance all the time, but that's okay for me. Not the Big Brother people that are like, let's play an improv game. No, go fight, go talk shit in a room, go strategize, go share information, go be paranoid. All right. Go drop your mic in the pool. No, like, okay. Or when they rehearse, it's the worst because they're like, and the Big Brother, no, you're no, you got 5, 6, 7 at the Big Brother. It's like, it's not that serious. Okay. I make up stupid songs all the time, just off the dome. And then we move on .org. At the Big Brother, no, you have no rhythm. Oh my God. What is wrong with you, Kamu? What? At the Big Brother house. And then they practice it for hours and it's just so boring. It's like at the end of the season when they give the people playing cards and you're like, no, you should lock them in a room just staring at each other with a bucket to go potty in. Okay, this is ridiculous. So I'm going to watch them play solitary for the next week. Thanks so much. Yes, just mail-in ballots. All of it should be mail-in ballots. Oh my gosh. Amy says, I find that I make up silly songs yes, that is what you should do when you're high. And you should dance with your dogs. It's the perfect way to be high. That's the only proper way to be high. Okay. That sounds fun. Oh my God. Yes. Scratchy Girl Spot says Angela and Dee watching the gym door camera being paranoid. Peak live stream. Like that's the kind of live stream I want. I feel like that's what I like about Dee is she knows what needs to be done. She understands the assignment like Angela. Rick Devens understands the assignment. So I'm okay with them being in the house right now. And Melody definitely understands the assignment. She's a mess. All right. She's a stand-up comedian. And I don't know if you guys know this, but we are up. Okay. I'm surprised they even put a comedian in this house. Very dangerous, but could be very entertaining. All right. Oh my God. I listen to the Super Bowl shuffle. There's this one song, and now I finally got it out of my head, and now I'm going to bring it back in. And it's my little nephew was playing it on YouTube Shorts. It was like World Cup, everybody jump, and I can't get it out of my head, even though I just did. Now I brought it back, so I have to put it in you guys' ear. But you've probably heard it because of the World Cup, and it's one guy just going World Cup, everybody jump, and as he's flipping through YouTube Shorts on the TV. It's because he loves the World Cup and basketball. So it's all World Cup and basketball. And I love the basketball stuff. and the World Cup stuff is fine, but it's just World Cup, everybody jump. And I'm like, it's a lot. It's a lot. Matt Varden says we were low-key spoiled last season with how much so many of them were constantly gaming. And Rachel, yes, playing in circles around everyone and fighting with everyone. Just peak entertainment. So good. So good. Is Melody funny though? I don't know. I was only able to find a couple clips of her doing like roast battles in Phoenix. And, you know, roast battles like, why do you look like, you know, a wet missed child support payment? And you're like, ooh, you know, roast battles, as much as I like to roast battles are notoriously lame for the most part. They're like, who's dead in your family? Let's make a joke about it, you know? So it's like, there can be good roasts, obviously. But so I only saw that. I don't know what her actual like stand-up, her act is. But I'm sure she's funny. She seems a little more like maybe like dry, sarcastic, just kind of how she talks being up there. Like, yeah, you guys, it's very difficult being hot. Low-rise jeans are back in, which is great for me, bad for you, right? Am I right? No? Okay, next joke. I don't know I have no idea what her jokes are, but I'm sure you can find like sets online that she's posted. So, but that's like what a roast really is. That's why people are like, you know, when I roast things or I roast YouTubers, people are like, Jolene's being so mean. It's like, oh my God, I'm actually a nice roaster. Do you watch the roasts? Hello? You don't see what they're talking about? Because I'm not going to talk about your dead family members, but a lot of the people do. A lot of the people do. I'm not going to fat shame you, but a lot of the people do. All right. I try to just a little above brow. I mean, I'm not above talking about poop. Okay. But just a little above. Oh my gosh. Yes. Don Rickles. Now that's a roast. That is a roast. Okay. Yeah. A Mother's Word said, yes, her delivery is a lot like Kate McKinnon, the comedy actress. Yes. Very sardonic delivery. I think Melody's probably very funny. Now, Rick Devens and maybe Angela were talking about, she's a comedian. She's never made us laugh. Which also, fun fact, a lot of stand-up comedians, not funny in real life. Yep. Some of them just, you know, they're not a boot scooting boogie hooting good time. Nope. A lot of them have a lot of issues. And they turn it on the stage. All right. Oh my God. Yes. Farts. I'm not above farts. I'll talk about farts. All right. You guys, that will do it for moi. Thank you so much for joining me for this late night Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. I feel like we got a lot out, but I'm sure by tomorrow, all of my live feed updates will be yesterday's news, and it is tomorrow now where I am. So Thursday, I did set my live for after the episode. So I'm going to try to watch the episode in the East Coast again, so I can go live immediately after with 500 other channels, but that just means more options for you guys. So make sure your notifications are on. Join me after the first live vote and eviction episode. I'm excited. I am like freaking geeked. I don't care. I love Big Brother. Okay. I love it. Even when it makes me mad, even when I'm like, go home to everybody, even when it's October and I'm like, I just want to play with pumpkins. I love it. So smash the like. Thank you guys so much for being here. Shout out to all of you. Shout out to the members. You are awesome, awesome, awesome. And I will see you guys tomorrow. But until then, always remember to enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Bye.
Chuck, I miss you so bad. Thank you. Chuck, I miss you so bad.
If you buy her one margarita, she will spread her legs. Give me one margarita, I'ma open my legs. Give me two margaritas, I'ma give it some head. Give me three margaritas, I'ma put it in my face. Give me four margaritas, I'ma put it in my teeth. Give me five margaritas, I'ma give it.
What?
Same today.
To talk about production.
Today! You know how I got up last second? Rock, paper, scissors. I was willing to do that.
Turn on your skin, 6 a.m. and I've been watching you sleep.
Hating ass bitches.
Jag, how did your game change for, I'm going to say the better, when you joined the mafia with Matt and I?
Jag, how did your game change for, I'm going to say the better, when you joined the mafia with Matt and I?
Who is she? Who is she? Who is she? Where did you find her?
You know, it was really fun to see him win H of H, and sort of get his, to hear he's in it.
Oh, half of you got to go. You got to go by noon today.
Oh, y'all already set it up. Y'all started straight to the
Yeah, we heard the dog.